Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to Mind Your Crypto. Today we have Ethereum update, and the reason I'm doing this is because we are in a critical point. You will realize that when you watch the entire video, if you have the time. If you don't have the time, I have the timestamps for you guys. And of course, if you like the content, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell button and share. Thank you so much for the support. And let's go quickly to our support levels of Ethereum. The reason I haven't drawn a Fibonacci retracement, guys, is because I think personally, I don't know if we have reached a top here or we might reach a top at 3,000 around there USD, because let's assume that we have reached the top at around 3,000 USD, like here, okay guys, let's assume that. Then we are having some interesting Fibonacci retracement levels. I think that we might hit the 2,985, then we might retrace a bit. But the reason I haven't drawn this Fibonacci retracement level yet is because we don't know where it will go in the next few hours, if this is the top or we might reach a further top, and I will explain that afterwards. Right now, what you need to see is that we have this area of support levels. For example, we have 2,500 to 2,550 USD. We are in Tether USD actually. We have 2,600, 2,650 and around 2,800. So these are our major support levels because they were previously resistance levels in the previous swing highs, as you can see back there, 15 April and of course 22nd April. So for the short term, we have these as our support levels. For the MACD, right now we are making higher highs, higher lows, but right now we are a bit going sideways. Let's see how it will do. For now we have this little bearish cross, but this is not so important for the 4-hourly frame. We might see it going a little bit downwards, but let's go to the RSI and the commodity channel index in the 4-hourly frame. And we have here the RSI going above the 70. That's why we saw a correction right now. And of course, for the commodity channel index, it was the same. It was above 100. But I will skip these parts real quickly, guys, so I can go to Ethereum USDT in the daily frame. And that's where we are right now. Actually, we are now in the top line of the Bollinger Bands, a very nice risk metric. And of course, for the daily frame, what we are experiencing right here is that we are above the 70. So a risk for the very short midterm, actually for the next few days, is there, guys. And of course, the commodity channel index as well for the Ethereum. I'm not saying we will fall down so much, guys. I'm just saying we might have a correction because Ethereum for the long term, for the mid-long term, is looking fantastic. But let's go to the MACD as well. You know it has regained some strength here. It is looking good for the daily frame, but as we get the higher distance we get between those two lines, the higher the risk, as I've always told you. I want to go quickly to Ethereum against Bitcoin, and we will go to the price analysis. For now, let's see, in the 4-hourly frame, we look so good. Back then, from end of the March, from 1st April, we haven't even lost our 50-day MA position. Our 50-day MA is beyond the 20-day MA and the 30-day MA. The RSI for the 4-hour frame is still between the 30 and the 70. We are looking good, guys, except for those corrections here where we saw the RSI going above the 70. We are looking totally fine, but these are some very healthy corrections in a crypto asset that is looking so strong. So, of course, on the daily frame, we are looking good. The 20-day MA, the 50-day MA is below the 20 and the 30-day MA. And of course, the MACD here is looking strong for the daily frame for Ethereum against Bitcoin. But of course, guys, what I want you to see right now, and of course, right here, guys, you know that by the time we made the 200 EMA as our support line after the consolidation here, starting from February, after this consolidation, you know that we were going upwards in the daily frame. After making the 200 EMA as our support level, it was looking pretty good. But I want to emphasize in these two things, guys. First, the Ethereum USDT in the 4-hourly frame, we will make a price analysis right now. It is looking good, but I think we might correct a little bit for Ethereum against USDT, but not so much for Ethereum against USDT as for Ethereum against Bitcoin. And I'm in the weekly frame. As you can see here, in the weekly frame, we are approaching a level above the 70 for the RSI and a level above the 100. Actually, we are above 100 for the commodity channel index. What does that mean, guys? Is that we might see a little further action above the level we are right now for Ethereum, but we might test a correction here. We might go a little bit downwards right here in the weekly frame for Ethereum against Bitcoin. What does that mean? It means that liquidity might transfer to Bitcoin and Ethereum might stabilize a bit against USDT or even have a correction for the very short term. Do not panic if that happens. Do not worry. For the mid-long term, it is looking absolutely good, guys, of course. But for now, we might experience a downward correction here for Ethereum. You can see here we are above the 100 for the commodity channel index even on the daily frame and above the RSI, the 70 for the RSI even on the daily frame. That's why I want to tell you that if we correct, do not worry. If we correct a little bit more, do not worry, guys. It happens. It can happen. Of course, here, back on February, we just corrected some. Okay, we corrected a little bit down all the way to 1,300 USD from 2,000. But right now, we might experience that. But do not panic when this happens. That's why I made this video. I made this video to tell you that it is a very healthy correction for Ethereum. It is a very healthy correction for Ethereum, and you can see here why. Ethereum against Bitcoin, Ethereum against USDT in the daily frame. And of course, as long as we are having such a higher highs, higher lows for the RSI, we don't have to worry about anything. But I really think, guys, that we might see a correction soon. If we might test the 3,000 USD or near there, and we might see a correction. And that is because Ethereum against Bitcoin chart in the weekly frame, you can see here how important it is that we are actually above the 70 and above the 100 for the commodity channel index. And of course, guys, do not worry if this happens. If this happens, I want you to stay, of course, calm and always remember that we might approach now for the very short term a top. And I think that if we go, let's say we start from here, guys, okay, let's say we start from here and end up around 2,900, then our support levels will be like this, guys. The major support levels 0.5 and 0.382 Fibonacci retracement. Let's put a price label around there, guys. This is 2,500, 2,600, around there USD. This will be our major support levels as our Fibonacci retracement 0.618, 2,400. So if we go around down there, do not panic. It is very healthy. I'm just saying we might approach this situation looking at the indexes, looking at Ethereum right now. It is looking strong. We might even go above the above this retracement level here, above 3,000. I'm just saying that if we just reach the top, these are our major support levels. That's why I avoided to draw before Fibonacci retracement level, because we don't know exactly the top, but we assume that we are near close to the top for the short term, for the very short term. In my opinion, though, especially in Bitcoin, technical analysis sometimes doesn't really work, guys, because of the halving, the demand and the supply. But of course, in Ethereum, it is kind of the same way. But okay, we have some correction. We have to assume that we are going a bit upwards till a time here, especially against Ethereum, against Bitcoin, that we are having a kind of a risk here. So if we correct, it's all fine. It will be for the short term, because by the end of the year, I think Ethereum will hit new all-time highs, will go even higher. So you don't have to panic. The reason I am here is to, guys, raise the awareness and of course tell you not to panic, never sell your position. Even if we get this for Ethereum, do not worry. Even if we get correction and of course some other altcoins correct as well, do not worry. This is for the short term, for the short mid term, for the next 10 to 20 days, of course, right around there. And you should not panic. Never sell your position. Just HODL, guys. Of course, I am into Ethereum for long term. I strongly believe that it will do pretty good. And of course, right now, I'm just saying that for the short term, we might experience a top. We might be near a top. So, guys, do not panic, do not worry. You can see here in the 4-hourly frame, we were near the top for quite some time, but we were having higher highs and higher lows. But the main reason I'm telling this is not because on the 4-hourly frame. It is because on the daily frame, right here, we are above, for the RSI, we are above the 70. And of course, guys, for the commodity channel index, we are above the 100. But the main reason is, of course, if you look at the weekly frame, we are pretty way above for Ethereum against USDT. But I'm not talking about USDT so much as I'm talking about Ethereum against Bitcoin. Because as you know, if we go down here, if we have a correction for Ethereum against Bitcoin, that doesn't mean that Ethereum will lose so much in its valuation, okay? It won't lose so much in its valuation against USDT. It will just mean that liquidity will transfer to Bitcoin, and therefore we will make some stable movements for Ethereum, okay? So that's all I'm saying. And of course, do not panic if liquidity transfers to Bitcoin, because it is absolutely healthy. And of course, we like that for the mid-long term. We want Bitcoin to move upwards, to gain some strength, to gain some furthermore strength, to reach some important resistance level breakthrough. And of course, after it does that, Ethereum will just move upwards as well. But we might see a situation like this here, like February 25 January, February for Ethereum against Bitcoin, where we had a bit of a correction. I'm just saying that if that happens, guys, do not panic at all. Just hold your position. I'm here to raise awareness, to give a realistic, a honest review about the Ethereum against Bitcoin. And of course, we might as well see some further correction for Ethereum against USDT, but it won't be so important, guys. I don't think it will be a very, very important correction, especially, guys, if we look at the daily frame. I'm not sure if we will correct as much as here. We might correct a little more, but always have in your mind our support levels, and always have in your mind that for the long term, Ethereum is still looking good, and these actions in the crypto market are generally healthy. And of course, guys, if you are a new investor in the crypto market, then you should just not panic when you see these corrections. And I'm here to tell you, do not panic. Like I told you before, when Bitcoin was correcting, guys, I told you, do not panic. We had a 45,000 USD bull market support. I don't know if we reached there, but of course, guys, we had this support, and I told you guys, do not panic. We are still, even if market corrects, we are still in a bull run. So that's it for Ethereum right now. I will be updating if that's possible, guys. And of course, just have a fantastic day wherever you are. Stay safe. Please be careful of scammers. Write in the comment section down below. And of course, make sure, guys, you watch more of my videos. If you want to support me, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I would be really, really grateful for that. Thank you again. Have a fantastic day. See you soon with many more videos. Bye.